Okay, if you run an e-commerce brand or you operate an e-commerce brand and you want to make 10,000, 100,000, $1 million a month from your email marketing specifically, what it's really going to come down to is the angles that you use for your emails and the things that you're trying to convey in this email marketing. So, what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you an entire strategy to go from using what's already available to your brand and what you already have, as well as your competitors, and turning that into market research that you can use, and also on autopilot, creating an endless list of email angles that you can use, and then take the winners and then iterate on those to just have an endless base of email angles that will never run out. So we're focusing on driving sales without unnecessarily churning through the list via unsubscribes. That's the goal of this, and that's the whole point of doing what I'm about to show you. So first, let's jump over here. We're going to be doing this with a brand called Soylent, and I'm going to be using them as the example for this video. So the essence of all this is that you're basically using AI to feed it brand information, as many reviews as you possibly can, like customer reviews. You can use competitors' information as well, like just anyone who's selling to this exact avatar of human that you are selling to. We want to give it all the information, and then we're going to go through a brief market research process, and then we're going to move it into the angle creation. And don't worry, if you're doing this all on your own, it'll take less than 20-30 minutes tops. So let's jump right into it. First, I want to go to the about section of this brand Soylent. Where is it? Actually, first I want to note that I have ChatGPT 4.0 pulled up, as well as this document, which I'm going to be linking this document in the description. And then I'm also going to be, of course, showing you guys exactly what we're doing throughout it so that you can go ahead and steal this. Now, first I need to get to their about section. It looks like, is this the about? What's going on here? Okay, I guess this is it. So, all right, I'm not going to waste your guys' time. Let me go through this and find some information. All right, so I forgot to mention that what we want to do to start this process off is start with giving AI a prompt that basically tells it what we're going to be doing so that it knows how to work with us. Remember, you want to give AI exactly what you want it to do. So I'm saying I'm going to give you a ton of information about our brand, our customer reviews, etc. And I want you to remember all of it for the future questions that I'll be asking you. Don't do anything with it yet. Just remember all of it. So I'm going to send this in. Now I'm going to go ahead and find all of that brand information, and we'll get rolling from there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. We'll throw that in there. And then we'll do some of this stuff. I can probably just, honestly, like, you can literally just do this. It doesn't matter all the details. It just wants the information. Just do this. Now we have all that. Boom. We're just going to give it as much as we can. You could even hit the learn mores here if you really want to go deep, but I'm not going to do that just for the sake of time for this video. We're going to get all of this. Boom. Throw that in. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'll come back after we finish this part. All right, so at this point, I've given it a ton of information to use, and you can even see, because I have the paid version of ChatGPT, I was able to do images, so I just put a few images in there as well, like charts, stuff like that. If you don't have that, it's fine, but it just helps me out in this scenario. Now, another really great thing about Soylent, which they ended up just being a great example for this video, I just chose them randomly. They have a bunch of stuff that, like this, that just is super helpful for this case, because it's just a bunch of information about the brand, how they make their products, who they're catering to, everything like that is good to know. So I'm not going to go any deeper than this, just for the sake of time for this video. But now, as you can see with its replies, like, yeah, it's understanding the science behind Soylent, just everything. Like, it understands everything about the brand and what we're about. I would go a lot deeper if this was the actual brand that we were writing for, but for sake of the video, we're going to stop here. Now, next step here is that you want to go into the document, and you can go past the market research, you can go past the angles. Product templates, these are a separate thing. If you're doing specific AI emails or something like that for specific products, you can fill out these product templates, and those are very helpful for other scenarios. But what we're going to do is we're going to put in reviews from Soylent. Now, Soylent, again, we got lucky here. It looks like they have a bunch of reviews just on this one single page. So, yeah, what we want to do is basically just copy and paste these into this document, and that's it. We're just going to do this. Now, the important part about this is that you don't want to just do all of them because lovely or no complaints, overall great experience. That does not help us. That does not give us any information about the brand. This is a little bit of information, a great amount of protein and is filling. That tells us what, and keep in mind, I'm putting these in the document now. We'll put these into ChatGPT later. This is somewhat helpful because it tells me that people care about the protein and that it's filling. That's really good for market research. Now, this is another one. They love the creamy chocolate. It's worth the price. And look, this is perfect for market research. We've tried many other options. This is the one we come back to. They've tried many other options. That's perfect for market research because we want to know what it is that they've tried in the past. Now, I'm going to keep going. So, like, here again, original is the most neutral flavor, but not bad by any means. Like, that's genuine thoughts from the consumer that we want to be using. So, I'm just going to take all of this. I'm going to put a bunch of it in, and then I'll come back after I have a bunch of different information from these customers. Now, again, just one more example. This person spilled all their thoughts, this person too. These are perfect for market research, and it's perfect for our angle creation, most importantly. So let me come back in a minute. Okay, so at this point, I have a ton of reviews here. We've got a bunch of different options. Now, I'm doing this for the sake of the video. I'm going to cap it here. If you were really doing this for your brand or for your client's brand, make this as long as you possibly can. If you have time to do it, trust me, give it as much information as you can because it takes all of this into account. And yeah, the more information that you can give the AI, the better, because these are all super, super valuable reviews. Now, this is where your competitors come in. If you're a brand that's on the smaller side and you don't have endless amounts of research to use here and customer reviews more specifically, go to your competitors. So I would, if I was Soylent and I was a meal replacement shake company, I would go to the competitors. You can literally ask ChatGPT who are the biggest meal replacement brands in the US or whatever it is. It'll tell you brands. Go to them, take their reviews because they're selling to the same customer avatar. And because they're selling to the same customer avatar, those customers have the same thoughts and feelings and emotions that your potential customers would have. So we're still marketing to the same people. We can still use those reviews for this market research. Now that I have all of this, it's time to give this to AI. So now I have a prompt here in this document, and you'll have access to this document in the description. But we want to fill in a couple pieces of this. So prompt, below is a large collection of reviews that our customers have written about our products here at our meal replacement shake. Let me make sure they call it shakes. I don't want to get any of this wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to call it meal replacement shake. Should be fine. Soylent. Boom. All right, now this is done. I'm going to read you the prompt quick. So the prompt is, below is a large collection of reviews that our customers have written about our products here at our meal replacement shake company, Soylent. Note that these reviews are for multiple products across multiple categories. Don't do anything with them yet, but just remember the content because next I will ask you specific questions about the type of people that buy our products. Now, I'm going to copy this and all the reviews. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it directly into ChatGPT. Make sure it's in the same chat thread that you were in before because we want it to know everything about us. And now I will come back after we have a reply. All right, so we got our reply, and now the next step is to take all these questions, and we want ChatGPT to answer each of them. So I'm going to paste these in here. I'm going to separate them just like that. Now, I'm not going to go through the depths of each of these questions, but they're all very, very important for understanding your customer. So as you can see, like this one is about the overview on the typical person, so that's just broad We talk about their biggest fears, their biggest desires, what usually like holds them back, stuff like that. And we've got like I think there's a journal entry. No, this one's a day in the life of our typical customer. This is all super valuable to have. And if you feed AI as much information as you can about the customer reviews, the brand description, everything like that, you're going to have a lot of really good outputs about what it is that your customers do, what they're looking for, what they're trying to avoid, everything like that. So I'm going to put those in here. And then at the top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type prompt, : These are questions that we have about our target customer. Please answer each of them one by one and give me a reply with all of the answers, and keep the questions included in your reply, just because I want to be able to copy and paste it right back into the document. All right, so we're going to do that. Let me come back after it's given me a reply. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a reply. It gave us a great answer to each of our questions. So I'm going to click this copy button right here. Now I'm going to go and highlight all of this, delete it, copy and paste this in. Okay, wait, we don't want that to be all large. So we're going to do that. Boom. Okay, now I would typically have this formatted a lot better. I don't like these documents to be messy, but for the sake of the video and for my time's sake, I'm going to leave it like this. Normally I would format this better, but it has all the information. Now, I'm going to continue on to the angle creation part of this because that's the whole point of doing this. But for any copywriters out there, do this and then genuinely read through all of the responses that we just got and consider that while you're writing your copy. Market research is the biggest piece of copywriting. So doing this and really like understanding the customer that you're writing to is extremely important. You should genuinely read through all of this. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to use this prompt right here, and we're going to throw that into ChatGPT. And this is the part where we're actually going to get our angles. So, prompt, give me 10 to 20 sales email angles that we could use to sell. And this is based on a specific product, so I'm going to change this up a little bit. Let me come back after I've changed it. All right, here's what I did. So we've got prompt, give me 50 sales. I bumped it up to 50 because we want as many as we can get. Prompt, give me 50 sales email angles that we could use to sell our products here at Soylent. Do not include any angles about sales, specific offers, one-time events, or holidays. Make these angles about things that would actually be of use or value to our specific audience that is reading it. We want these email angles to be valuable while still weaving in our products in a tasteful way. The angles can be along the lines of tips and tricks, insider secrets, the top 5 items for X, Y, or Z, or anything else that you think is fitting for our specific audience. Use all of the information I've already given you. And use all the information in your last reply about answering all of our questions about our target customer. That is very valuable information, and we want it used to the fullest in your response here. Now, I'm going to click enter there, and now it's going to give us all of our angles, and we'll roll from there. All right, so as it generates all of these responses, I want to say something really important. The whole point of doing this is because you want email angles that are genuinely interesting and valuable to your list, and while giving them this value, you want to weave in your products in a tasteful way. That's literally exactly what I said in the prompt. Now, the angles it's giving us right now are all amazing, and remember, they're based on our brand specifically and what our customers are literally saying. So it's really important that you do this in depth and give it as much information as you can. So yeah, like I was saying, the most important piece of this is getting angles that genuinely are valuable to the people that we sell to. And then as they get that value, they get our products within it. So I'm going to give you some examples here. But as we just look at this as it produces it, I'll just pick a random one here. Let's go with 16. Struggling with afternoon slumps, here's what you can do. Okay, that's perfect. It literally probably got afternoon slumps from a specific review. That's perfect because now those people are going to go to this, see afternoon slumps, and see how to fix it. And then our product is going to be one of the solutions to fix it. It's quite literally a perfect angle. Now, another one. Let's go to 47. Why Soylent is the go-to choice for people who don't have time to cook. Okay, so this one is an example of where it's selling Soylent specifically. I would maybe go with a subject line that was more so along the lines of go-to choice for people who don't have time to cook, and just focus on that because that's what they actually care about, not about Soylent. But yeah, these angles are great. Let's look at another one. So how to make sure you're getting enough nutrients in your diet. That could probably be worded so that it was more attractive, but again, great angle. Let's look at 23. The best nutritional strategies for keeping your energy up all day. Energy based. Like, these are fantastic angles and they're all valuable. Now, if your brand has a lot of valuable like articles and stuff like that, like this, that's even better. But man, like, I want to write for Soylent now because we have so many good angles to use for them. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put this in the untested angles part. I'm going to get rid of this since we ended up changing that prompt. Now, boom, again, I would format this better if it was a brand I was actually writing for. But now for the proven angles, this is something that you fill in continuously as you start to use these. So what we do on our team is, let's say we wanted to use angle number 3 here, why skipping breakfast could be hurting your productivity. Again, another amazing angle. We highlight it in blue, like a light blue. That way we know it's been used. And then at the end of every month, we basically go through Klaviyo and look at all the best performing campaigns. And we pull out usually anywhere from like 2 to 5 winners. And then we use those winners and we put them here in the proven angles section. And then what you want to do is, as you're coming up with angles for the next month, you want to use your winners and then use a new prompt to iterate off of it. So let me show you guys exactly what that might look like. All right, so what we did here is we took angle number 3, why skipping breakfast could be hurting your productivity, and we plugged it into ChatGPT with this prompt. So what I said is, the angle pasted below was a winning email angle that performed very well after we sent it to our email list, and then I pasted the exact angle. And then I said, prompt, please create 5 new angles that leverage the same idea or concept as this one. Remember that we're sending the next email to the same general group of people, so it can't be obvious that we're repeating anything. But we want to mimic the concept here that performed well. Feel free to swap out any given aspect of it or just use the same framework. So I'm going to click enter there. Basically, all I'm trying to do with that prompt is explain to AI that this was a winning angle. We want 5 angles that kind of branch off of it. And it's about to give us the answer. So let's see what it says. Number 1, how your morning routine could be holding you back. The hidden costs of running on empty. That's not a bad one. And also, the reason we asked for 5 is because we want options. We really only need 1 winner here for now because we're coming up with 1 new email. But we want options. You could ask for 10 if you want more, but I prefer to go with 5 because I feel like the more effort it will put into each one. So here, the key to a productive day starts before 9 a.m. Not bad. How nutritional gaps in the morning are slowing you down. Okay, so like these aren't bad. I definitely think it could be more of a different angle instead of just repackaging the same angle, if that makes sense. So in this case, if that was something that I was concerned about, I would say, please do, actually, let me just come back so you don't have to watch me type. All right, so I said, please do a better job here of creating new angles that follow a similar concept or framework as the winning angle, rather than just repackaging the same angle with a new headline. So it said, you're right, blah, blah, blah. Now, what successful people eat before 9 a.m. That's a great angle that we could use. How a balanced morning meal sets the tone. Could your brain fog be caused by poor nutrition? That's a good one because that's leveraging brain fog. So you can see that not all of these will be great, but there will be a lot of good ones. So like this one, the fastest way to boost morning focus without coffee. Not a bad one. So yeah, they all leverage the winner. And this is a really good way of doing it. So you would fill this in over time. And that's about it for this process, guys. Like that's basically what we do. And as you can see, you get really good outputs. And keep in mind, these outputs were with very little input. We didn't give it all that much information. We were really just giving it the bare basics. And for the sake of the video, I didn't put in a ton of extra reviews and brand information. But normally we would do all of it. So that's a pretty good setup that we've got right here. All right, I appreciate you if you made it this far, and if you own an e-commerce brand and you want, dedication like this to your email list and a full team to handle your email marketing for you, click the first link in the description. I'm going to basically go over in that link. I'm going to show you exactly what we do, what we offer, and how you can work with us to manage and thrive with your email list. Now, if you want information on exactly how we do these things, I spill all of it in my newsletter. So on my newsletter, probably like 3 to 5 times per week, I send really valuable stuff just like this about what we do, how we do it, how you can do it for your brand. It's completely free. You can sign up with the second link in the description. And yeah, so again, first link in the description to work with us on your email marketing for your e-commerce brand. Second link in the description to join my newsletter, free, completely free. Jump on there. I'll send you some great emails. And yeah, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.